I'm going to show you how I took this bathroom from 0 to hero without gutting the whole thing. For what I'm about to do, make sure the water's off. Because that water, once you shut your valves off, and then you take them off with this, you undo your plumbing underneath. Simple. Then you take a knife. This is important, unless you want to ruin your sheetrock. You go around the whole thing and cut the caulking, like this. Make sure you cut it good, right? I already did mine. Make sure you cut it good. And then, hopefully sometimes, this thing pops right out without a pry bar. So here we go. See? I left the sink on there, and these things are heavy. Yep. Make sure so. That's it. I cut that hole to look for pipes. If you want to cut the last bit of that little 2x4, this looks like a 2x6, use this little thing. Make sure when you cut this open, this stud I cut off of here so there was nothing here. So I actually took this, the piece I cut off here, and I glued it here. Liquid nails on each side of it, front and the back. Because you don't want to nail from the finished wall, you don't need to. And I let it sit overnight. Same thing with this thing. I just cut a piece of wood, the width of this, it was already, and then I just put liquid news all the way around it. And make sure this is plumb and this is level, because this existing stud is out that way. So when I set it in, I just know that's going to be perfect because that's level, that's plumb and level. This medicine cabinet, not too bad. Like I said, good thing I leveled and plumbed those two pieces of wood. That if you get this all level and plumb, it'll go good. Go nowhere. Right on the money. Look at that. I love it when it goes in with not too many problems. Make sure you have the right tip on your screw gun before you begin. When I first cut this hole out, I didn't have these drawers in. See what I mean? If I would have had it the way I had it set, I would have hit that drawer in there, but thank God, when I was coming back, I had to put the drawers in there for something, and then I put this on there. Oh my goodness. Because at first I had it over here, and I put my sink in there, and it wouldn't go down. Just think if I would have set that vanity. I mean, the whole thing, and then I slide that drawer in. So make sure your drawers are in. I'm going to have an undermount sink. So what I did was, I cut this one first and sitting on top of this thing. And then the one that goes over is the whole sits on top of here, flush with here. So this one, okay, keeps it from falling in. Then this one, it's just for the round sink, see? So now it's a little bit high, so when I set my marble, I'll be right here. I'll have room for Thinset. And I'll just glue these all together with Thinset. I decided to put liquid nails all the way around before I put this board on. Make sure you install your downspout, or whatever you want to call it, drain pipe, on your sink before you put it in. I'm about to put the sink in, but I set it in Thinset. You see me with the pointer. I'm just going around the edge and putting like a nice little mount So when I set the sink in there, it's totally covered by the Thinset. It sits inside the Thinset. So take your time putting it around. It's like you're buttering a piece of toast. Here, I'm going to set it in, but watch what I do. Yeah, I noticed something right here. Uh-oh, the overflow should go in the back, those 3 little holes. So just be careful. I make mistakes, but thank God I caught this one. If not, I've seen sinks with that overflow in the front. Oh, and then I'm going to check it with my level. And the great thing about the Thinset method is you can move it around to get it level. And you can even put shims underneath one side or the other. And then once it sits up, it's perfect. It ain't going to move. But you have, this is the great thing about setting it in Thinset like this. You can get it right on the money because you want that sink level, so when you set your top, you don't have any gaps on the bottom of it. So this is a great method to set an undermount sink on a piece of backer board. I picked up this Quartz countertop from a slab shop for $60 because of what I was going to use wasn't working. And you see me drilling the holes right there. When you drill holes, make sure you keep that bit cool. Just put a little water. And if you notice on the countertop right there, the 2 holes before I install this vanity, plus I got smeared a bunch of Thinset on there. Make sure you pre-fit yours. I already made sure this fit before I did this. My wife is helping me. God, and sometimes you need help. So, like I said, it only cost me $60 for this top. Oh, I was quite happy. My wife was so happy. No leaks. You can cut Schluter on a saw. Another thing you want to do is deburr it. Once it's cut, you'll have some left over. Just take your knife, sharp blade, clean it up. It's easy. Okay. That way it's all nice. Then you can have a little file or whatever, sandpaper. If you want your corners like that, perfect, well, this is what I did. You cut the Schluter. See that? And then you bend it. And then I just gave my tile a little bit of a round right here. And I kind of back cut it with my grinder a little bit so it fits right in the groove, just like that. If you want this corner nice, put it over here and give it a little round. Make sure your grinder's on slow. I'm using like a 220 grit, and then I have my diamond pad, but you can use sandpaper to do this with a block. Start off with a 220, end up like a 4000 grit. And the best thing to do is mark it from here. This is my backsplash, so when I put the Schluter, I had the end of the Schluter here, and I marked it there before I cut this. So that's the trick. Here I'm starting to put on my back splash. I already troweled the wall out with Thinset, and I troweled the back of the tile with Thinset. And I'm putting on my pre-cut and pre-bent Schluter like I showed you. Now look at how easy this goes in. Pretty quick and simple. Once it's all cut and you figured it all out. And that Schluter you want to always put the Schluter in with the tile. I've snaked it in before behind there when I put the tile in. Then you push it in there, but if you do it like this, it's so much better. Just make sure everything's right. Nothing to it. Pretty simple. Kind of use a sponge, clean it up. Now the grout. Let's see if I can do it so you guys can see. I'm just grouting real quick. I sped it up. If you want to really learn how to grout, watch one of my grouting videos. they're on my channel. How to grout. End of the job. End of the job, grouting. Okay, now we're going to polish it. Make sure you always leave. This isn't Prism, so it's not going to sit up quick. If this was Prism, I would have wiped it out and cleaned it out, but it's not. It's just regular old grout, which is good. Unsanded. I use unsanded on here. Bright white unsanded. Now I just polish it. You know? Brand new Vanity. All done. New medicine cabinet. New light fixtures. All new towel bars.